And we have made our way into the kitchen here with our next guest, who's a registered dietitian who specializes in early childhood cancer prevention. Pretty amazing. And she's here with a seemingly simple breakfast that can help your kids start the day off in the healthiest way possible. This is pretty amazing, making delicious banana walnut waffles. There they are. Look how good those look. Please welcome Melissa Halas. Welcome, Melissa.
Hi, so nice
Thank you for being here.
here.
My goodness, it's fantastic work that you're doing. This is amazing. Your cookbook, which is called the SuperKids Breakfast Cookbook for Kids, is all about it. I mean, it's great. It's got great colorful illustrations. It's got things that they can sort of get engaged with and really help them. Tell me more.
Well, it's just one of those books that you kind of encourages kids to get involved, learn about nutrition through all the activities in there, and then, of course, enjoy the adventure of tasty, wholesome foods.
Oh my gosh, like we're gonna make right
Melissa,
here
this
and
is
right
amazing.
now. You guys are already diving
I
in.
didn't even put any of the syrup on, and it's sweet and beautiful. Wow, it's phenomenal.
Let's get started. I mean, I'm listening to all this, and I want to start making it. Now, we're going to start with the batter. What kind of flour are we using?
So we're using oat flour, which is so accessible. You can just get whole oats and blend them up. And
Let's do that.
Light and fluffy taste, so kids won't know it's a whole grain.
And so there's a lot more benefit. It's sort of health benefits.
Yeah, there's beta-glucan in there.
Great.
All these phytonutrients that not just help lower cholesterol, but also can help prevent cancer.
And by the way, look how easy it is just to get some whole oats and then just blend them up. Boom, a little something like that.
You didn't put anything else in there?
That's oat flour?
No, just oat flour.
Oh my goodness.
Just like that. You just blend it up.
Oh my
And it's so fluffy that it really does give that kind of white flour, refined taste,
Okay.
but with all the nutrients.
Okay, so we've got that. We added it to some other oats that we blended up a little previously. And you're going to add in some other dry ingredients. What do we have?
We've got the baking powder.
Very good.
And the salt.
Yeah, because
Nice.
they really are quite fluffy, and a lot of times I find if I'm using oats in something, it can make it feel very heavy and dense.
It's blending it. And then the baking powder is going to help that rise to keep it really light and airy.
You also add a little cinnamon in there. I mean, perfect for Christmas for sure, one of those nice cinnamon flavors, but also great nutritional benefits as well.
Yeah, definitely. It has antiviral and antibacterial properties. Plus, it gives it that sweet flavor. So anything you can do to cut down on sugar.
Yeah, exactly. One of the reasons I loved, when I came out and I looked at all the ingredients, I was so happy I didn't see a whole bowl of like white sugar.
Yeah. Everything's whole grain and 100% healthy.
Okay, good. So we're gonna start working with the wet ingredients here, and we've got mashed. I was gonna say mashed potatoes. We've got mashed bananas, not potatoes. That'd be a weird waffle. And then what kind of milk are we using?
Well, you can use any type of plant-based milk or dairy milk. I think you're using cashew today, which is going to give it a really rich flavor.
Okay, good. So you want me to pour that in there?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay,
We're
the
gonna
whole
mix
thing?
the wet ingredients.
Okay, good.
Everything.
There we go.
And the canola oil. And you
Okay.
can use any kind of oil. You don't have to use canola.
Did I put too much milk in there, or this is right?
No, that's perfect.
Okay,
You've
very
got
good.
it. And you
Now
want
we're
to
gonna-
kind of whip that up a little bit.
Okay, I'll let you do that.
Okay.
Melissa, I
Because it
know
might end up all over you if I did it.
While you're whipping, I know you're a really big fan of teaching kids to eat well at a very young age and how important that is. How are genetics and sort of food related?
Well, what's really interesting is all these plant-based foods have phytochemicals. So when you're looking at a food, whether it be banana, the white color, or blueberries, the blue, they contain phytonutrients. And in the book with the super crew, we call them phytonutrients because they help fight off disease.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
And that's what gives plants its color and its flavor. And so all these phytonutrients have been studied for decades, and what they've shown is that it can impact genetic expression, cell signaling, and it can also lower inflammation. And of course, we know that inflammation is the cause of chronic disease, and they can also help decrease cancer cell growth. And some of the foods can actually stop cancer cells from growing.
Like these guys right here?
Yeah.
Are we going to
Walnuts.
walnuts? This
Yeah.
is something that I just learned, everybody. Tell us, Melissa.
Well, walnuts have ellagic acid. It's also found in blueberries, and they can help slow cancer cell growth. They also are loaded with antioxidants, and there's some new research to show that it can actually protect your DNA.
And didn't you just enter into a partnership with the American Institute for Cancer Research?
We did.
This is a big deal.
Well, the thing about cancer prevention is people don't realize that it starts with kids. And the reason for that is that during adolescence and even early childhood, you have all this rapid cell turnover.
Right.
And so kids are really vulnerable to the effects of food and the environment. And so what you want to do is you want to jam pack all this nutrition when they're young, because what it does is it helps create healthy cell growth.
It's so important.
You're stacking
amazing.
the deck.
It's
in
amazing.
Your
Your
kids'
exactly.
favor.
Melissa,
Absolutely.
I've just been kind of working away as you've been giving us this great information that's so helpful. And I just added this to a waffle maker. How were you doing this? Did I put enough in there?
Yeah,
you seem happy.
perfect. Yeah.
Okay, very good. I had the walnuts already mixed into the batter. And now we're going to jump ahead a little bit because we've been working. And you're going to tell us about some great toppings that are also very healthy.
Well, blueberries, everybody knows how good blueberries are for you,
Yeah.
right? I mean, this has been around for a long time in terms of memory.
Yeah.
But they also are really important for protecting against cancer. So this is a food that you want to include every day. Also important because it can help protect against sun damage. No matter where you are, kids are outside playing for at least part of the year, right? And we want to protect their cells from
Excellent.
UV
I'm going to hand that to you. You can
Oh,
start working on that.
fantastic.
Beautiful.
Wonderful. Oh my gosh, these are so
That's
good.
good.
I can, and you can eat them like right out of the waffle
That's what I was
iron.
saying. They're so delicious. You don't need to put anything on. I mean, it's a good idea to put the blueberries on them because they're so good for you. But you could just grab it, Cameron.
Just grab it and eat it?
That good.
All right, I'm just going to grab some and eat
All right,
some.
I'm
right
going
now.
to have to join
know.
in because
Oh
these are
my
delicious.
God.
How good is that?
But you should put the syrup on. What is the syrup? It's so good.
It's like fruit.
Well, you can actually heat up the raspberries in the microwave. You can get frozen raspberries, and then you can blend them with maple syrup.
Oh,
Okay.
And that gives your kids an extra antioxidant boost because it's another color. And if you can just try to get your kids to start out by aiming to 4 to 5 colors of plant-based food a day. Right here, you're already at 4. So you're having this wonderful, delicious, heart-healthy, brain-boosting, and anti-cancer meal that kids can grab on the go or sit down, and enjoy. And already they're at 5 colors.
You're
right?
amazing. You're amazing.
What do you think,
Absolutely
Cam?
delicious. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
The fact that these are so healthy is blowing my mind.
Amazing. And if this is 4 servings, I'd like to have another 2. So I'd be up to, what's that, 8?
We're done.
12?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Melissa. You can learn more about Melissa online at superkidsnutrition.com. And of course, you can grab this great recipe at homeworkchannel.com. Now stick around because up next, DIY expert Luke Barr is showing us how to create a special hideaway bed for your pets. It's like a Murphy bed. It pulls out-
Genius.
It's genius. Come on, guys.